everyone, and welcome to Mindset Live. I'm Renee.
And I am John. How are you today, guys?
How is everyone doing? Today we have a really special episode of Mindset Live. We have our first ever couples episode.
It is a very special episode. It is the couples episode. It is a millennial episode. It is a twofer, which is fantastic because if you're looking just for one guest, you're going to get two today. And that's, of course, part of the value and part of the proposition that Mindset wants to bring you is more guests for less.
Yes, and it's also at a special time. It's at 5, which
yes.
is like actually
Why
quite nice.
Why do you think that is? Do you think our guests were sleeping in? Do you think that they're...
Yes, maybe they ate too many rest gummies last night.
Okay, so we don't want to lose...
Okay, we
don't want to lose this request, so let's get them in quickly. Well, watch. We're going to announce them. I didn't want to lose the thing. I was going to lose the thing. Hey, wait a second. There they are. Don't say anything. Don't say anything. Keep it quiet. Keep it quiet. Okay, get in the screen. Okay. But
okay,
so I just want to introduce you guys properly. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to introduce to you PR executive extraordinaire, Ellie Cord, and creator, founder, and entrepreneur of the Locker Room podcast and many other ventures, Mr. Johnny Lazarus. Thank you guys for being here. It is like looking in a mirror into the past, and it is nice.
We're trying to have it.
We're getting product placement immediately. We're not wasting.
Yeah, it's not fitting.
So how are you guys?
Exhausted, to be honest.
We're going to take some calm gummies to get in the mood, but we might fall asleep. But yeah. I think it's because of the clocks falling back or springing forward.
Yeah, we thought that. We just mentioned that, actually.
We did. I'm under the impression that time is just a construct anyway, and so I think this just sort of goes to that nature. What really is the meaning of time?
It's true.
Too much?
I think you were asking us.
Yeah, I was asking you guys. I was literally going to ask you. I thought you'd have the answer.
I'm going to make it a little louder.
I think
so. Obviously, this has been a crazy time for everybody. We're at this really interesting juncture in the episodes of our lives, right? This really interesting time where the sun's beginning to shine again, and we're thinking about what does a vaccinated population look like, and what is our spring and summer going to be like. And before we get to what that looks like, tell us and take us back a little bit.
Well, first of all, how'd you meet? Because I never heard that story.
Okay.
Okay, I'll tell it. I love telling it. It's definitely two different perspectives, though. So we had a couple mutual friends, but when I was in college and I played hockey at UMass, I always saw pictures of her on Instagram.
We could go to Southern Social Club.
Oh, okay, fine. Well, it started with me DMing her on Instagram, a really kind of a funny line. I literally just wrote to her, "I heard you think I'm hot," and I'd never heard that. I just kind of made it up. That was not true. I never heard it. I just wanted to say kind of ridiculous.
Good.
And she replied 2 weeks later saying, "You heard wrong." Haha. So then there was that. But then fast forward 6 months, I went to Southampton Social with two of my best friends. And we were standing in line and someone said, "Yo, Johnny Laz, come here," or whatever. And she was like, "Who's Johnny Lazarus?" And I was like, "I am." And I was like, "Oh my God, you're Ellie." And then
and he was with his two friends, and they were telling me and my friends that they went to Harvard.
Yeah.
My friends were like, "Who are these boys?" I was like, "I have no idea." Hilarious. But that's how we actually met in person for the first time.
Definitely not a love at first sight kind of story.
But just funny.
Just a funny, yeah. I don't know.
I love it.
That's unbelievable.
It's a great story. And Johnny, I think that was good. That was a good thing. People should use that.
Johnny's good at his DM pickup line.
I tell everyone, Instagram DM is the best tool you could ever have. It's so easy.
All right. Well, I'm going to try that later. We'll see what happens.
Good luck with that.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
So now, are we getting a question? What was that?
You got a comment from one of my old teammates saying Laz isn't a good boyfriend. So.
Okay. Yeah.
Actually, that's a lie. I showed up to the house today with these. Great boy.
That is so sweet.
She's from Florida.
I always give Renee flowers before any of these live events as well. She appreciates that. And by the way, if anybody who is actually live with us has any questions for any of the four of us, either together, separately, in any combination, please ask those questions. We'd be really happy to answer.
Yeah. So Ellie, welcome back. You were in Florida for quite some time, and like literally living right, like completely.
Yeah, it was definitely nice. I mean, the weather was just like unbeatable. So I like missed all the snow here, but it's nice to be home.
Oh, good. Well, welcome home. So tell us about going through the pandemic and how that had, like, how you managed, how you kept your mindset, because you both have great mindsets, and that's part of the reason why you're here.
Yeah, I mean, it was definitely really tough. Like, we were together, stuck quarantining at University of Florida when, like, everything kind of happened, and it was weird not having, like, a graduation, and, like, I was potentially had, like, a job offer and was supposed to move to the city in June, and so it was, like, definitely, like, a huge reality check when kind of, like, things, like, fell through last minute, and we didn't really have a graduation, like, nothing was going according to plan. But I feel like definitely everyone in my grade can kind of, like, sympathize with going through that all at the same time. And I feel like for me and Johnny, we just definitely like took the summer to kind of like reset and enjoy ourselves, because we kind of knew that like we'd probably never get an opportunity like this again to just like relax for a bit. And I mean, so that was kind of like our mindset, and then obviously found Mindset Wellness, and Happy Guys helps us every day. But it was definitely a challenge, and I mean, everyone just had to like reset in general. So
yeah, but it's so smart because you actually did reset, and you took that time. You allowed yourself to have that time, which is so important.
No, I think that's exactly why you guys are here and we're talking now, because so many people found that friction of trying to go back and forcing what was happening and trying their best to stop this momentum of that they couldn't stop. The change was happening, and you guys rolled into it, tried to find the silver linings, and the universe took care of the rest, I guess.
Yeah, it's awesome. And so tell us more. Johnny, you tell us about how you were feeling at the time.
I mean, it's definitely been, I've learned more about myself, obviously, in this past year than I think I ever have in my entire life. I think I've also learned more in general. Like, I've been more curious to learn, I think. And a lot of people also, like our generation, the way things work with the life we are living in currently, a lot of highlights are posted, and you see the good things on social media and everything, and social media is obviously a huge thing in our life. Mm-hmm. But I mean, I think from my perspective, I mean, you guys also like have said this to me, like people think that we're doing so great by the things that we post, but then again, there's a lot of things that go on behind the scenes of our day-to-day lives that, aren't so glamorous, and it's been a really tough time. Like for me and Ellie, we're very social people. Like we love going out with friends, going to bars, like the normal kind of thing. And I mean, I felt this personally. I'm not going to speak for her, but like I actually said this to her like 3 weeks ago. Like I felt like myself for the first time in a long time, and I like really missed me. If that makes sense. Like
yeah.
Wow, that was like super deep. But
that was fantastic.
No, but like New York is actually finally starting to get life again. Like I was going into my friend's apartment and sitting on the couch doing nothing because there was nothing to do. But I've gone in and there's people walking. There's like some life to it again.
We're dog sitting, and Macy wants to be in the live.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I think life is coming back to New York a little bit, which is like really encouraging. But she's like literally biting my elbow. But no, I think it's been super difficult. But like you said, like we were also in that mindset of it's not like there's life going on and we're missing out. Like everyone's in the same boat. And you have to like keep that in perspective. But yeah, no, we've definitely been like learning a lot about each other also, because we started dating in college when like we didn't have any real life responsibilities. Now like there's jobs involved.
Like, now I'm working, and it's just like things are definitely changing. But I also think something that was really important for like during all of this was just like kind of finding a routine, because I feel like for me that's something that keeps me like sane. And so just like readjusting and finding like a new normal, new routine, and new ways to like make this world seem normal. And so that definitely helped a lot. And I feel like it's just going to change even more, because now we might be going back into office and people are like moving into the city. And so, I mean, it just definitely taught everyone to kind of like keep adjusting on your routines, and that like nothing's really permanent, but.
That exactly.
And what was your work from home routine like? Well, what did that consist of? How did you stay sane, and how did you stay focused? And
yeah, I mean, for me, it was definitely interesting because, like, that's kind of how I started at my job. So it wasn't like I knew anything different. So it's definitely interesting because it's like, it's different to have those relationships with coworkers over Zoom as opposed to in office. But I feel like you just kind of have to make an extra effort, honestly, to like get to know everyone at your company and like really bring your personality like across over Zoom and stuff, because it's so easy just to like sit back and kind of just like be complacent, but you just have to put in the extra effort. And yeah, I mean, for me, the happy and focused combination is like a work from home lifesaver. So that's definitely part of my everyday routine, working from home. But yeah.
Yeah, I happen to love the happy and focus as well.
The
focus really is like the perfect work from home product that we have.
Yeah, I think people are going to take it back to work too. I think it's.
Yeah, I mean, 100%.
I agree.
And of course, you know, I don't think it could be understated enough. You know what you've done, Johnny, in terms of creating this amazing podcast that just each guest is better than the next, and it's growing so quickly. It's unbelievable. It's organic. It's amazing.
Thank you.
We were blessed to be involved with you guys. If you haven't heard, you must, because it's an amazing experience.
And I know we're not the demographic, but we literally love it.
No, you guys are. We actually, after hearing you guys and seeing other people, we got to get you on the locker room also.
Yeah, we'd love that. It's funny. We got a lot of those calls this week, and we were like, yeah, all right, maybe you want to hear from us boomers.
Well, it's a good story. You guys have a really good story.
Thank you.
Thank you.
But so that's incredible. If you think, you know, again, you know, creating mindset during a pandemic was an undertaking, but creating a locker room as well. I mean, tell us a little bit about what that was like and how you're able to, you know, now as things are opening up, you're in this amazing position to really do amazing things with this.
I mean, obviously, I think everything in life is all about timing. You know, I don't want to knock what we've done, but had we started a podcast in 2018 in a normal world when people are out and about busy all day, I don't know if we would have gotten the guests that we got right away. Like, we were getting people because no one was doing anything, and people were like, okay, I'll take 30 minutes to hop on a Zoom with these young Jewish kids and shoot the shit. But
right, yeah.
I mean, like, you just think about everything, right? Like, the example that I use also is like a Barstool Sports kind of. Like, Barstool Sports got started up when, you know, Boston sports were dominating. The Patriots were in the Super Bowl. Celtics were in the NBA Finals. Bruins were in the Stanley Cup. Red Sox were in the World Series. Like, I don't know if they gained so much popularity if Boston sports sucked. Like, if they were in Cincinnati,
right. Yeah.
Who the hell cares about Cincinnati sports? No offense to anyone here.
I guess people
but like, for us, like, we kind of just, you know, I had the lucky support of my girlfriend, my family. And, you know, obviously at first too, like, when you post a podcast, like, yeah, like, your friends and family are going to listen and they're like going to say, oh, you did great. Like, you're so good at this. But then, you know, we just kept going. And like, when people that I didn't know started saying like, oh, you're really good interviewing people, that's when I was like, oh, like, this is, I think I cursed already, but I was saying, oh shit.
Fuck it, man. Let's go.
Fuck it. Yeah, fuck it.
Fuck that shit.
What's the old school earmuffs? Balls.
Yeah.
But I know, like the cool thing is my friends also too, like, I grew up in a friend group in high school. Like, we all just rip on each other, and like, obviously, like, oh, like, you're starting a podcast like everybody else, like, you know. But what's cool now is like, I use this one kid as an example, this kid Jeremy from North Carolina, who like messages us every Wednesday about the episode. And I think that's like the coolest thing ever. Like, I've never met this kid in my life, and like every week he's DMing us.
Yeah, the network you grew is like really impressive.
It's cool.
That's amazing.
Yes.
I totally get that, because when we get orders from places that are like we've never been to, it's like, oh wow,
Yeah.
how did they hear of us?
Yeah, like, it's crazy how far your reach extends.
It's amazing, and that says something to who you are and what you've created. So
Yeah.
yay!
Well, I want to give her more credit though too, because she's obviously helped. What? Well, when I like really started it, I was doing it out of her room in Florida, pretty much. Like,
Literally, it was a team effort with all my roommates. He liked my roommate Madison's desk the best, so she would lend him her room because of the acoustics. Yeah, it was funny.
But like 8 of them, I would all of them played on the couch while I was recording in the room.
Ellie, you realize that you have been at the beginning of both these startups.
Literally.
And that's incredible. Like, you're the linchpin to everything that's happened positively during COVID. So congratulations to you.
I'm so proud of myself for being a part of it.
And I wanted to mention to everybody, if they don't know the history, we have amazing history with Ellie. Ellie came to work for us at Mixology in our West Hampton location a while ago. And when she walked in, we knew she was a rock star, and she was a rock star.
And she is a rock star.
She is a rock star. And just the way the universe works, Ellie was available and there when we needed her most at this incredibly crucial moment when the company just birthed. And you were so amazing, and you took such care of us and our company when it really needed it. And I'll never, I always have such gratitude for that. Thank you. And then, of course, introducing us to your significant other who has introduced us to everybody else.
This is true.
And so I remember the first time Johnny went on the locker room and he was talking about the Happy Gummies. And I remember the order started to roll in, and because Johnny was just like, he wasn't selling anything. He was just like, I took these gummies, I got happy, and people were like, okay, this kid.
Yeah, and then he told me,
he's for real.
There's no weed in these. I'm like, no, they're CBD. He was like, I'm feeling really happy right now. Like something's going on.
I love that story. That's a great
story.
And so and it all started to roll from there. And then the next thing you know, Johnny, as I've heard been said, locker room is the Jewish LinkedIn, right?
That's what we're starting to say. Well, Olivia Rudensky is actually the first one who said that. So,
Olivia, we love Olivia, and that's just part of. I think that's part of the flow. Olivia and you guys, and then you introducing us to Alana and Jonah, who we fell in love with, and the Seeing Other People podcast. Want to send them some love, and if you haven't listened to our episode, like Johnny mentioned earlier in our episode, go take a listen, because it is going to be, where this episode's week. We talk about a lot of stuff. Renee really seems like a saint. I seem like a mental case, but it's fine. That's how a relationship is, and so it's very honest.
I actually want to say something really quick that's funny that I don't know how I didn't realize this before, but one of the main connections I had with Alana that I made was through Skylar Schwat, who is connected to you guys.
Oh my God. So Skylar Schwat, of course, and it's a great time to welcome Kyle Axman to the Mindset team.
Yep.
But anyway. So wait, can we go back for 1 second?
We can go back. Back to
when you guys met.
Mm-hmm.
When was that? Because that's what I didn't get. When did you meet?
Oh yeah, we didn't go over that. It was right before our junior year.
Summer 18.
Okay. So, all right. Just wanted to know. I just needed a timeline. I like to have a timeline.
I understand.
Thanks. That was really important. I'm so glad we were able to fit that in.
Okay. So now, why do you think your generation, your millennials, everyone has really taken to mindset and really is loving mindset and loving our CBD? And I know there's lots of CBD companies, but what do you think it is about us that really is attracted to your?
I mean, just the authenticity, I think, and the people that are promoting it. I mean, you have I think just, well, I mean, I'm saying I'm one of them, but just good, genuine people that are promoting the product, not trying to I mean, I'm also a very, my family and Ellie shit on me because I'm a pushy person. Anyone who steps into our house is getting a Happy Gummy.
Literally.
No,
it's wild.
At the door.
Yeah.
No,
at the door.
We have a whole entire CBD shelf now, and as soon as they sit down at the table, I literally open it and I make them take a Happy Gummy. I swear to God, and then people actually love it. Yeah. So when you force them to do it, that's what works.
No, but I also feel that you guys, your product ties into such real life experiences and things that go on. So it's it makes sense. Who wouldn't want to be happy or have focus? Everything kind of meshes into anyone's daily life. So it just works really well.
I think there's something interesting that's going on because the customer is so predominant right now is so much your age group. I guess it's part of the people we're working with, as you said. But do you think there's something going on with your age group in terms of anxiety or something that's happening right now that so many people are interested in finding this natural wellness?
I also think, though, that people our age are kind of more open to experimenting with things like that. And I feel sometimes just older people aren't willing to unlearn what they might think that they know. And so our age is definitely, we're at that vulnerable time in our life when we're just starting to work and things are unknown and a lot of things have just changed for us. So I think that's definitely part of it too. And just like the willingness to try new things and just,
That is so.
I want to add to that too. I also think like your guys' generation, anxiety and like mental health were not things that were talked about as much. Where now it's like there's so many open platforms and different things that are like literally mental health is talked about every single day now, and it's much easier to talk about, I feel like, than it used to be. I mean, I kind of grew up like never show weakness,
Right.
That's kind of how I grew up, and then like you kind of get more in touch with it as like the people you follow. I guess now we're also following people that inspire us, and like those people talk about things, so it makes you comfortable to talk about things.
Yeah.
That's also helped.
That's amazing. What a mindset.
Such a good point, because it brings up the point is where actually you guys give yourselves the permission to ask for help, the permission to like you said, you learn so much about yourselves during this time. Like it's so true. There's a generation difference in that. And it's 100%. Like it's exactly how you can get to that mindset, by doing all those things, by following people who are inspirational, by taking all the negativity out of your life and doing all of those things, and really talking about mental health and how you feel.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, obviously, if you know the story about mindset and how it all started, it certainly started because of my mental health issues and my need to find relief and wanting to then share that relief. So, I'm glad that we're having the conversation, and that we should be consistently having the conversation. One of the things, we're thinking about, and we're worried about to some extent, is sort of as people re-enter now into the world, whether they go back to work, the social scenes and all those kind of things, is there going to be this sort of PTSD, this sort of COVID hangover that's going to sort of be there? And we're hoping that CBD can sort of be that bridge to sort of help people if they're having that social anxiety to get back into, into those environments. I think that there's a part to be played potentially. What are your thoughts, you guys?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely agree. I think that like now more than ever, just CBD or mental health, like anything to support your mental health is just going to stay as a part of everyone's kind of daily routines. I don't think it's going to go anywhere. I think there's always going to be new challenges, and that people are really like accepting of like CBD and other remedies to kind of like even meditation, and everyone I feel like is just figuring out what works for them. And I think that's going to stay no matter the hurdles.
Yeah.
Such a good point. Such a good point, because it's true. And I feel like a lot of, I don't know if you want to call it natural remedies or things like meditation and yoga and CBD and more along the lines of that, your generation is also really open to changing your diet, eating healthier, exercising, getting outside, spending more time outdoors. I think your generation is really on that too.
We might need a mindset product for like going out to bars. Something you
okay.
A social CBD.
It's kind of like happy, but yeah.
I guess, yeah, but I don't know. I guess
a hangover CBD.
The most anxiety I've had in the last like 3 months was when I was dancing with her, because I didn't know what the hell to do because we haven't done it in so long.
Oh my god.
It was so awkward.
Oh my god.
It
was
so
that. Awkward.
Because Johnny has one dance move.
I have one dance move. And
Can we see part of it?
He walks in a circle.
Yeah, I just like walk in a circle and like stare at you.
Oh my god, I love that. It's so seductive.
It's so bizarre.
It's so ancient. It's tribal.
I'm an old soul for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. I love it. Yeah. No, dance moves are good. You have some good dance moves.
Yes, I do. I have the Kid and Play dance move. You guys know Kid and Play?
I don't think I did.
No, it's way long ago.
Way long ago.
Anyway, you tap your leg. And Renee has a song she was thinking of creating as the new mindset theme. Go ahead.
I'm not.
Do it. You can get this, or you can get
with
a safe space.
There you go.
Right.
It's a safe space. So there she goes. If people are not aware, there's a code out there. It's called LOTCA10. I hope people are aware, because it is a fantastic code. It is a code that if you go to mindsetwellnesscbd.com, you are going to not only get 10% off your purchase, but you're going to get free shipping. And on top of it, I'm going to personally package this for you.
And I'm going to write you a little note.
And I'm going to stamp it with a cute little smiley sticker, and it's going to go off to you, and it's going to relieve your anxiety, and it's going to make your life that much better. So go to Mindset Wellness CBD and use LOTCA10, LATKE.
We might need to put that in our podcast every week. That was perfect.
Thank you so much.
Dang it.
please schedule us in for a show. We are excited to be there. Honestly, though, guys, without the two of you guys, I don't know where we'd be today. We'd probably be very successful, but it's still great to have you on the team. No, but honestly,
it's so great to be a part of everything.
Yeah,
I mean, even it's just like how crazy everything kind of like blew up for you guys, just even since I started helping out like so many months ago. It's great.
It's been wild. Can I tell you a funny story really quick?
Yeah.
Okay. So I saw scrolling as we're on live. I saw Erin O'Hara was.
I know. I saw
Erin.
Shout out Erin.
So hi Erin. We miss Erin. So it's the whole crew. So the funny part is Katie Christine got in touch with us. And Katie, she's like the button, like the cutest perfect little button person.
We love Katie.
Right. So Katie, and she says, "Oh, your CBD looks great, blah blah blah." I said, "Oh, fantastic! I'd love to send you some. I'd love you to post because you're so adorable." And then she says, "Well, I would. I just have to come clean and be honest with you. I've sort of changed a little bit." And I said, "Well, what do you mean?" She said, "Well, I've gone very, very hard alt-right, and my feed is very, very controversial." And I was so shocked, and I said, "Okay, well, why don't we revisit it at some point?" So if we can all together hold hands and bring Katie Christine over to the light with us, have her come to us, have her join us on the light. Katie, wherever you are, you're not alone. We are here for you. The whole team is here.
So funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's like something Johnny has no clue.
Yeah, I think I've met Katie.
No, you haven't.
Nope, never mind.
He met Vanderslice, the other Katie.
Oh,
two Katies.
The
whole mix up.
Vanderslice. Yeah, she's great. She hasn't reached out. Vanderslice, reach out. We'll get you some CBD. But honestly, thank you guys. I appreciate it. I can't thank you enough. And we got some goodies coming to you this week, so look out in the mail.
Woohoo.
Awesome.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah. We love
it. It's so fun.
Yeah.
All right, great.
Love you guys.
Bye.
Bye. I don't know how to get out of here.